Hi everyone, welcome back to Eye of the Stars Story, and today we're talking about Rogue One, which I recently just got done rewatching. Oh my word, I love Rogue One so much. I don't know how many times I've rewatched it. It's not my favorite Star Wars movie. My favorite Star Wars movie is The Phantom Menace, but Rogue One I think is either my second or third, because it's so good. Oh my word, I love watching Rogue One. I really like Rogue One because it brings so much more depth into the other movies. Like it's just so good. It brings a lot of depth into the other movies, which are already fantastic. So Rogue One just made them even better. But I really like Rogue One. It is always super entertaining, and I always love watching it. I think one of the first things that I really like about I think one of the reasons why I really like Rogue One is K2SO's personality and the way that he's just so sarcastic all the time. I absolutely love it. Like whenever they're on Jedha and Cassian tells him to stay on the ship, and K2 later on, whenever we see him on Jedha, and Cassian's like, I thought I told you to stay on the ship, and K2's like, and I thought that was boring. And then we also see that with Jyn, whenever she wants to fight, she wants to get the plans for the Death Star. Whenever we see those rebels stand up and agree to fight with her, we see that K2's like, I'll stand with you, Jyn. But he's like, only because Cassian said I had to. I love his personality. I love how sarcastic he is. It's so cool. It's so fantastic. I love it. It's always a blast, and I love how sarcastic he is. And then something else that I noticed, whenever I'm watching this, I love how, Jyn didn't want anything to do with the fight. She didn't want to be part of the rebellion. She wanted nothing to do with them. And then her father died for the rebellion, and she doesn't want her father's death to go to waste. And we see that. We see that she also died for the rebellion, pretty much. She makes sure they gets the plans, and then we see they die. I don't remember what the planet's name is that they die on, but we see they die there. That her, Cassian, and pretty much everyone that went with her died there. But she died for the rebellion, just as her father did. Her father risked it all to make sure that Saw Gerrera got that message. We see that her father risked it again whenever all of his engineers were going to die for something they had no take in. Sorry, I can't talk today. We see that whenever they're on that planet, I suck with names, so I'm really sorry. We see that Krennic has Galen get all of his engineers out that worked on the Death Star. We see that he has them all out, and Krennic's like, so who took part in telling the pilot and giving the pilot away this information? Who took part in that? No one talks. So he's like, okay, group punishment. They're all going to die for something they had no part in. And Galen doesn't want that. We see that Galen's like, I was the one that did it. They kill all of the engineers anyway, but we see that he tried. And then sadly he dies not too far after them. Which was super sad. Every single time I see that scene with him and Jyn right before he dies, it's always just a sad. But we see that after that, Jyn doesn't want her father's death to have been for nothing. We see that she goes and gets the Death Star plans, she transmits them to the rebellion, and then she, Cassian, and as I said, pretty much everyone that went with her died. Which was super sad, and I was like, oh my word. Every single time I watch that scene, I'm like, something that I did like is that we know that the Death Star's name, the nickname for it, or the code name for it, was Stardust. And I like how they incorporated that, Jyn's nickname that her father gave her, that Galen gave his daughter, the name that he would use, or the nickname that he would use, was Stardust. And I like the fact that that's what the planet, I like that. And it's something that every single time I watch, I'm like, it's always just such a cool touch. I always love it. I love the little touch there that they always put in there. And whenever she's like, Stardust, and she's like, that's it. And Cassian's like, how do you know? And she's like, 'cause it's me. Which I think is I love that little detail. I love how they put that in there. Whenever they're going through Mark Omega, Black Saber, and then she's like, Stardust, that's it. Which I love that, because that was Galen's nickname for his daughter, was Stardust. But yeah, I love Rogue One just because it's just so good. It's just such a great movie. I love it so much. Let me know, what is your guys' favorite things about Rogue One? As you guys know, from what I literally just said, it's just so good. And I love rewatching Rogue One. Let me know, what is your favorite Star Wars movie? What's your favorite thing about Rogue One? And I hope everyone has a fantastic day. And as always, God bless. Bye, guys.